Hello, my name is Iosefa, and today I will be teaching on one of the core Pentecostal doctrines, the baptism in the Holy Spirit. Power for a spiritual filled life. Acts chapter 1 verse 8 says, "But you shall receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you shall be witnesses to me in Jerusalem and in Judea and in Samaria and to the end of the earth." In Pentecostal theology, this is not just a belief, it is an experience that empowers believers to live and serve effectively. What do Pentecostals believe? Or Pentecostal believe? The Holy Spirit is active today. Believers can be filled with the Spirit. Spirit baptism empowers us for ministry. Pentecostals believe that the Holy Spirit is still active today and works in the lives of believers. One key belief is that after salvation, a believer can experience the baptism in the Holy Spirit, which empowers them for ministry and witness. What is the Spirit baptism or baptism in the Holy Spirit? An experience after salvation where believers receive power from the Lord. Acts chapter 2 verse 4 says, "And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit." Baptism in the Holy Spirit is an experience that comes after salvation, where a believer is filled with the Holy Spirit in a powerful, mighty way. In Acts chapter 2, the disciples were filled with the Spirit and began to speak in other tongues. This moment is foundational to Pentecostal doctrine. So why does it matter? The purpose of Spirit baptism is to empower to witness, is to embolden us in faith, deeper relationship with God. Acts chapter 1 8 says, "You will receive power." The purpose of Spirit baptism is not just a personal experience, it is an empowerment for mission. Acts chapter 1 verse 8 says, "We receive power to be witnesses." Pentecostal believe this power helps believers share the gospel, live boldly or live boldly, and grow spiritually. Evidence of baptism. Initial evidence of baptism is speaking in tongues as the Spirit enables. Acts chapter 2 4 says, "And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance." In Pentecostal doctrine, the initial physical evidence of baptism in the Holy Spirit, speaking in tongues. This is seen in Acts chapter 2 and is a distinctive belief of Pentecostal theology. It is not the goal, but it is a sign of what God is doing in a believer's life. Connecting to the Spirit-filled living, or living in the Spirit, meaning spiritual gifts, fruits of the Spirit, or ongoing transformation. Spirit baptism is not the end. It is the beginning of a Spirit-filled life. Pentecostal teaching connects this experience to the gifts of the Holy Spirit, to the fruits of the Holy Spirit, a life of ongoing transformation, which is a Spirit-filled believer should grow in both power and character. My final takeaway is that the Holy Spirit empowers believers to live, grow, and reach others. In conclusion, the Pentecostal doctrine teaches that baptism in the Holy Spirit is essential for empowered Christian living. It is not just about an experience, but about a life transformed and empowered for God's purpose. As a believer, we are all called to live spirit-filled lives that reflect both the power and the appearance or the presence of our God. Thank you, and God bless you.